The Dormition Cathedral is the monastery's largest church. It was created under Ivan the Terrible in the mid-16th century, 1559. Ivan, however, did not live to see construction completed, so in 1585, the cathedral was consecrated by his son, Tsar Fyodor. The Dormition Cathedral is, in a way, the climax of the reign of the Rurikids, the first dynasty to hold the Russian throne. Soon after the construction was over, though, the dynasty's reign came to an abrupt end, and Rus plunged into the time of troubles, from which it would not emerge for decades. The Dormition Cathedral contains a magnificent fresco painting. The history of its creation is interesting. For 100 years after the construction of the cathedral, its walls stood unpainted. The reasons behind this included the time of troubles, a complicated internal political situation, the coming to power of the Romanov dynasty. Eventually, though, the opportunity to paint the cathedral came along, and funds were found. And in the end, it took 35 masters, only 100 summer days to complete this beauty. A common background color and strict consistency in the choice of shades unite the many different stories depicted in the frescoes. The viewer gets the impression that the entire cathedral was painted with one brush. The internal space of this structure is enormous. The similar Dormition Cathedral in the Kremlin in Moscow is smaller. The casket in which St. Sergius originally rested is near the southern wall. The mosaic icons of the icon of Our Lady of Kazan and St. Stephen were created in the workshops of Mikhail Lomonosov. The entire western wall of the cathedral constitutes one of the biggest paintings of the Last Judgment in Russia. Looking at the open-work chandelier under the main dome, you will find it hard to believe that it weighs more than 2.5 tons. The carved iconostasis is magnificent. It includes the cathedral's most ancient icon, the Dormition of the Virgin, which can be found to the right of the royal gates. It was painted in the 16th century. Behind the iconostasis is a 3-tiered painted gallery. This area is not open to the public. Only priests and monks of the monastery have access to it. During festive services, singers stand on the top tier of the gallery. From there, their voices sound especially solemn and moving.